Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Southampton fans. Welcome to Sweet and Sour Soccer. Guys, I'm going to be doing a quick update for you on a player that you've been linked to in the last 12 hours. You might have seen this already yourself. A player that seems to get linked with so many clubs from Arsenal every single window. He's played in England, in the Premier League. He's played in the Championship. He's also took his talents overseas to Italy. But he is looking for a move. Southampton fans, do me a favour, hit that like button. And if you are new here, do us a favour, hit subscribe. We are only a few subs away from 4,000. Now, I will just say you may be watching this after the player has already signed. I'm just recording this actually before the final developments have gone through. But the player in question is none other than Ainsley Maitland-Niles. I'm glad I got that right first time. What do we know about him? We all know who Maitland-Niles is. He's been at Arsenal for what seems forever. He's played predominantly as a right back during his career. He's filled in at left back when Arsenal have needed him. Defensive midfield, central midfield, right midfield. You go online and you look at his stats of where he's played his most of his appearances. My God, this guy's got 5 or 6 different positions. Why would he want to move to Southampton? Well, he's always tried to break into the Arsenal team. That's no secret. He's had loans to Ipswich in the Championship. He went to Roma, where he only made 8 appearances in the season, so that wasn't great for him. I think the time has come now, especially with the investment that Arsenal are getting, especially Arteta. He needs to move on. With all due respect to him, I think he's a very good player. Wouldn't mind having him at Wolves, but he's just not going to break into that Arsenal team. Now, you Southampton fans, you may be wondering, why would you want someone like Maitland-Niles? Of course, you've got amazing cover at right back. Walker-Peters, Valerie, Livramento, to name a few. You've also got a lot of cover in midfield, the likes of Armstrong, Romeu, Ward-Prowse, Aribo, and a couple of others as well. I think it's that right-hand side. You think of Southampton are blessed with natural left wingers. We know that, and there are 4 or 5 for me to potentially name. But on that right side, you are either playing Walcott or maybe someone that isn't really a natural on that side. I think he would be a right-sided midfielder for Hassan Hüttl's team. What do we know about him? Well, he's a right-back stroke right midfield. A lot of his appearances, both for Ipswich and for Arsenal, have been down that right-hand side, with a few playing in the middle, defensive midfield, or in fact, central midfield. He's 24, but he is actually 25 on August 29th, which is in 4 days from recording this. He is English. This is interesting. When I looked earlier, I couldn't believe this. For argument's sake, let's say he's 25, 87 Premier League appearances. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Maitland-Niles made his debut when he was 19, maybe 20. I would bet a lot of money that Arsene Wenger gave this guy his debut for Arsenal. I'm pretty sure that's true. Let me know in the comments if I am wrong. I didn't research that, but I'd be surprised if it wasn't. And you've got to think only 87 appearances, 30 in the Championship with that season at Ipswich, and 8 at Roma, as I mentioned. So let's say he's been playing for 5 or 6 years. He's only got, roughly 135, 136 senior appearances. It's just not enough. And is that a reason why he hasn't developed into the player that maybe Arsenal thought he would be, the fans thought he would be, and if he's honest with himself, maybe Maitland-Niles thought he would be as well? You look at the bottom of the screen there, 1 goal and 4 assists in the Premier League. Granted, he's played a lot at right back, but he has played that central midfield role and that right midfield role as well. I looked at his stats at Roma in the 8 games, no goals, no assists in the league. Ipswich, I think he did get 4 or 5 goal involvements, I will be honest, but again, not really pulling up trees. We've already established that Southampton have got depth at the right back position in central midfield. I do believe that this is that right midfield option for Ralph Hasenhüttl. And who knows, if you do get injuries at right back or in the midfield, it can happen. Look at Liverpool a couple of years ago. They had 5 or 6 centre-backs injured at once. Wolves have had problems with injuries over the last year or two. A lot of teams. Look at Leeds last season. My word, they were riddled with injuries. It can happen. So having a versatile utility player such as Maitland-Niles, I don't think it's a bad thing. A little bit more on the deal. It would be an option, a loan, with an option to buy. And there are 2 clubs that are also interested in Maitland-Niles. That's West Ham and also Bournemouth. But apparently, if the rumours are true, apparently Southampton have won the race with the player, and it's just trying to get a deal done between the clubs. I just want to read exactly what Fabrizio Romano said about this yesterday, late last night. Southampton are pushing to sign Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Talks now in progress with Arsenal, on loan with an option to buy. That's the key thing, with the option to buy. His current AFC deal also included an option to extend until 2024. Saints are insisting on beating the competition from 2 more clubs. Those clubs I did mention got released as Bournemouth and West Ham. So his deal does seem to end next summer. Arsenal have the option to actually extend it another year. Maitland-Niles isn't going to take that 1 year off for next year. He's just not. He's not going to spend another year on the bench at Arsenal. If he even gets on the bench, I'm not sure if he does anymore. He will want this move now. Let him play football for a year. And of course, you know, there could be an option to buy if Arsenal do trigger that next year. He's got 1 year left. I think actually it might actually be down to Arsenal as to whether they grant it him. So they might send him on loan, activate the 1 year extension, and then Southampton would have to pay a fee of whatever that is. I don't think his wages would be that much either. I think this deal would make sense for Southampton. I think they're moving in the right way at this point in time. Made some great signings this summer, and I think Hasenhüttl has got a system down. I think Southampton will be all right this season, and I think this will be a good addition. Guys, let me know your thoughts. Would you like him as a player? Neutral fans watching this who don't support Southampton, let us know. And the Southampton fans watching this, do you think this is a good deal for the Saints? Guys, hit that like button. Please do subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Take care.